In a world of wonderful weapons and Warframe, we want what's best as far as our builds go. And this is a series about doing the exact opposite, building possibly the worst builds in the game and trying to make them work, I guess. As you may have guessed, this is a power strength limbo, one that's not seen very often, and it's all about using Cataclysm. Cataclysm, if you don't know, Limbo has ability which creates a huge sort of sphere, and it does damage things in it, but that's not why people use it. People generally use it as it's a contained zone where you can trap enemies in the rift. You can be in the rift as you're in it. If it's your allies in the rift, and you regenerate energy when you're in the rift, you can do extra damage in the rift. So you see a lot of duration limbo builds and just tanky limbo, but power strength limbo is never really a thing. It's not seen as a nuker. So this is the Limbomb build, and I'm actually going to run this in a high level mission because I think it... I don't know, I'm feeling good about this one. I feel as though it's showing promise. So let's go to Palus, a survival against the Corpus. Now, Limbo is typically good at surviving against enemies because he can send himself to the rift, so he's immune to enemy fire. He can send enemies to the rift, say there's a high level enemy and you want to banish him so that he can't attack your allies or you. Limbo's just, he's always been one of the most technical Warframes to play as. And I think if you play Limbo wrong, then, I don't know, there's this common misconception about Limbo as a bad Warframe. I suppose he's bad in the sense that he doesn't really fit into the meta at all. Oh, fuck. Okay, that scared the shit out of me. But he's bad in the sense that he doesn't fit into the meta. Like, he doesn't synergize too well with other frames. But he is still a powerful frame on his own. He's one of the best frames to play solo. So let's throw out Cataclysm and see... Okay. That was pretty powerful. That was actually pretty damn powerful. It is pretty much one-shotting the Corpus. So I'm going to have to drop down a few energy pads. But I've put on extra range too, so that it is hitting a lot of enemies. And the thing is, I have such horrible duration right now because of the power strength mods. Like, they reduce the power duration, which means Cataclysms are closing very damn fast. I'm not used to this. I've never seen this. But I think the problem, as you may have noticed, is the enemies are good at getting close to me. I'm going to stop ending the Cataclysm early, because if enemies do walk in whilst it's closing, they will still take damage. It's not just when you drop it. The thing is, it's closing so fast, I don't think enemies will be able to get within range. But I'm impressed with how damaging it is. Obviously, if you do compare it to, I don't know, Excalibur's Radial Javelin or Rhino's Stomp, any of these, look at Saren's, is it Maltz? Her ultimate ability? If you compare it to that, then suddenly it's really bad. But, okay, I still can banish myself, but it's only for a few seconds. I mean, those abilities have huge AoE and huge damage. This one, I'm not sure how well it's going to scale. I don't think it will scale at all. And it is honestly not great on the whole efficiency side of things. I did throw in a few efficiency mods, but they're not working out so well. I'm going to try and use my normal weapons for a bit. So let's quickly send myself to Rift and switch to the Sanctity Castanas. And see how much damage these guys are doing. Okay, no. I am actually in a position right now where I need to use the build. Otherwise, I'm dying too fast. Like, I don't have time to be throwing out weapons. It results in me dying. Which is, I suppose, credit to the build. The build is actually good, I kind of want to say. Like, it's killing enemies fast, and it's keeping me alive when I'm doing it too, because I am safe outside the rift if the enemies are inside the rift. And if I'm inside the rift and enemies are outside the rift, they can't kill me. So it feels as though it's good on the whole zoning side of things. And I kind of want to... I feel as though the enemies aren't very dense right now, and if they were dense, then I could see... Well, I could test its limits, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But as it is right now, this is... it's working out better than I thought. I thought it would not finish off enemies fast enough. I thought maybe I'd have to cast it a couple of times to properly kill the enemies, but I am seeing a few enemies survive, and it is going to get to that point soon, I feel. Also, the fact that it's not dropping... I mean, dropping the Limbomb so much is costing me a lot of energy pads. Or not a lot, but I mean, it's costs like a lot more than other builds would, which is a shame. And these enemies, they are actually pretty tanky, as I said, so the fact that the Cataclysm is managing to kill them is impressive. But maybe what I am going to have to do is start fusing my weapons with the... Fuck, okay. I messed up again there. And I mean, I've died twice at this point, and if I die in one of these build videos, then it means I have essentially failed, and that the build is bad, because I mean, it's not... This kind of build isn't optimized for solo play, is what I want to say. Despite Limbo being one of the best frames for solo play, as I said, I popped for window. That is really bad, because I need to get here safely, but I can't do this without leaving myself vulnerable. So I'm gonna have to drop that, then try to quickly do fastest one of these I've ever done, and I'm failing. What have I done wrong? It's that. Okay, there we go. Ooh, I panicked. Somehow I'm still alive. But you know what? Let's run an extra challenge. If I can hack this again, I'm gonna be proud of myself. Alright, no, that was the wrong way. There we go, okay, sweet. And... oh, okay, I got knocked down, this is bad. I think I might be using my third revive. Nope, managed to drop the bomb, but yeah, enemies are living now. So I'm going to need to either finish them off, or drop 2 bombs. Neither of those sounds preferable. Didn't realise there was an area down here. I thought this door would be locked for some reason. Okay, yeah, I'm struggling now. And I'm going to have to head towards extraction. But this build has been... it's pretty damn fun, to be honest. It's one of those... like, not many of the other builds I've done, like the Lukewarm Inferno, hell, I wouldn't necessarily recommend them. This one I do recommend it. It might give you a new way of looking at Limbo, I guess. It might give you, not a reason to play him, but it might breathe new life into him as a Warframe, because as I said, he's not seen in the meta much. And there's, I don't know, I feel as though, like, say if you do want a press 4 to win, kill everything ability, you do have Warframes like Sarin. Or even Volt does it with Overload, if you have the power strength build and Overload, and you can throw in Capacitance too, and then you kind of work as a support. But this is a selfish style of play, and it could annoy your team, and yeah, it's not a great build by any means. But yeah, this is me, Evans with Z11. Please rating if you enjoyed the video, and let me know if you have any ideas for terrible Warframe builds. This is me, Evans with Z11, and this is me out. Peace.